episode 315. Finally, Nathan Loe joins me, the long-awaited.
I made it.
You made it. In the new studio, in the new Third Wheel Podcast studio. Shit, it's fancy.
It looks very cool, man.
It's
I have
legit.
a screen just like this in my bedroom.
That's what you watch porn on? Just 100-foot television?
No, just late night evangelical podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, just got to hear what the Lord's doing.
Evangelicals. Were you? I know you're a Southern kid. Were you raised like Baptist and shit?
Yeah. Family's still very much in the church.
Did you go? Were you like regular?
I still go when I go home, man.
Are you a believer or you just go for your family?
Jesus is still my co-pilot, you know? Yeah, you know, it's I'm not banging down anybody's doors and throwing Bibles at them, but, you know.
Okay, so
I think it's a lot easier.
Are you a true believer or are you like a casual believer?
Well, I mean, you know, once you believe, you believe, you know. I mean, it's not a get out of jail free card or anything, but
That is the only point of it.
oh, yeah, I guess. It just seems like it's a lot easier to believe in something than not.
I mean,
It seems
I don't know.
boring. Like, oh, nothing. I'm like, nothing? It's lame.
I don't know, man. I think nothing is more interesting than there being a God. I mean, like the whole.
It's nothing.
No, but like the whole, like the expanse of the universe, like the physics, like.
We're really opening up strong here.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm all over the map, bro. I'm worried about my shorts creeping up. Like I was saying before we started rolling, you can see my tan line. Got back from vacation.
Dude, you look like
North Carolina.
You look like a tennis coach.
I know. Well, I took shit. So when I've worn a polo shirt on stage. The first time I did shit must have been in D.C. A year ago. 2 years ago now. I got back and I got on the podcast and Chase was giving me shit because I posted photos of myself doing stand up. He's like, why are you dressed like a fucking Pop Warner running backs coach? He's like,
Dude,
he's like, no, just because I had a blue polo shirt on it and I had like a pair of khaki pants like that. And he's like, you like you're fucking the head coach of a team.
These are chinos, sir.
Chinos.
Yeah, these are
Can't you not say that anymore? Isn't that like
an Al Pacino? I don't know.
no? I guess in Spanish, chino is like a derogatory term for Chinese people.
Oh, really? Well, I'm not Spanish, so
I know, but I'm saying the pants. I'm surprised
I like the idea that I could be racist in other languages.
because you can't call cigarettes the F word anymore, or at least not Americans.
Fino?
No, well they call them fags over in the UK.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I mean, it's like kind of like Australia. You know, just call kids cunts and stuff.
Call the children cunts.
Yeah, it's like, hey, come here, little cunt.
I know.
It's kind of endearing.
They did a good job with that word.
I think they nailed it. America was definitely a late stage adopter, which we normally aren't. But I think like with cunt, we nailed it. We came in right under.
Well, when I went over there, they gave me more shit about my name. Like they all use the word cunt, even the chicks.
Because you're horny.
Yeah, like is that really your name? I'm like, yeah, it's just Randy.
Yeah.
And they would like snicker. I'm like, nah, that's a fucking name in the U.S.
But then they get to know you. They're like, oh, Randy.
Oh,
like,
makes total sense now.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to do it, man. We've just been just scheduling stuff.
I know. How's it going over at Accidental Chaos? You telling me.
It's
So for those listening, my man Nate here and Adam run a room over on Orange Street.
Yeah, so it's Adam Smith and Tommy Epstein. I joined in about 2 months later. It's a madhouse. It's
the only show I've ever done where the audience was doing heavy drugs while I was on stage.
Oh well,
I mean, you go to any comedy show and there's going to be people whacked out on drugs. But I've never seen anyone take Molly in the middle of my performance.
Well, I mean, you came in on a weird weekend, man. I mean, that was right after I think we got out from one of those desert raves or something like that. And there's a 48-hour half-life after that. If you don't pop another one, you're
easily the weirdest gig I've ever done. I did a show. I think I talked about it when I did it. But I did a show at a rave with Nathan. Probably about a year ago, like during the pandemic, out in the middle of the desert. Yeah. And when I say out in the desert, I mean like you drove to Palm Springs and then you made a left on a dirt road and drove for another 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think
it was way out in the desert.
It sounded like Lancaster. Yeah, it was nuts. That was one of the few ones where they kind of fucked up the stage.
Well, yeah, they put it next to the dance floor,
right next to the sound stage,
as opposed to another side of the because it's like a big campground. I mean, it was a big giant campground.
A lot of people in there, but it sounded like a fucking freshman dorm room.
Yeah,
it was bumping out. Malik didn't want to get his shoes dirty. He had.
He had like a fucking pair of $1,000 Jordans on or whatever.
He was going around asking somebody. He's walking around barefoot, asking someone if he can borrow their shoes. To go in.
I wouldn't borrow some dirty hippie shoes. That's not the.
No, he was asking.
Those aren't the Birkenstocks you want to borrow.
That was wild. I did that probably for maybe the first half a year that I was out here in LA. It was just like something cool to do because during the pandy, nothing else was going on.
Yeah, they didn't really care. They were there. I mean, they were sharing needles. They didn't give a shit about sharing the coronavirus.
When you show up at a new gig and you're checking out the audience and you're trying to figure out what the set's gonna be like, and you see everyone's just kind of
it's looking at their own fucking hand.
All right, this is gonna be easy. We can figure this out.
Although I like that they did it old school. They're like, do you want cash? Or do you want drugs? You want half cash and half drugs?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'll take the money.
So,
I'll buy my drugs on my own time.
Please pay me. I
want my money. I want to leave the desert.
For 4.5 years, I don't think I've ever paid for drugs. I don't think it's ever been something that happened.
Well, you're like a chick, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, chicks don't pay for drugs or liquor.
That's fair. I've paid for my fair share of liquor, but weed, anything like that, it's always just kind of been.
Actually, chicks, and they also get a house.
We have a house, yeah.
No, I'm saying like in the long term, like chicks get a lot of free shit. Most notably, a man's house.
Oh, one of the weirdest experiences I had. I was out here. I knew this guy. I met him in San Francisco, just at a 4th of July pool party, and he was just a nerdy little kind of crypto kid, just kind of dorky.
Oh my God! By the way, R.I.P. crypto people. It's nice not hearing from you. I wish CrossFit and fucking and vegans would go the same route.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, I
hope there's like a market crash in CrossFit, so I don't have to hear about it.
They're kind of nice. They stick to their own,
Well, they also kind of died down. Vegans still talk a lot of shit though.
Yeah, I just like CrossFitters will judge you, but just internally, like they're not gonna come right up to your face and go like, "Hey, fucker, you need to do more crunches." But this dude was such this dorky, kind of wimpy, shrimpy kid. And then 2 years later, I'm out here in LA and I get a message from her. And he's like, "Oh, what's up? We popped off. We had a thing in the hills called the Crypto Castle." And I open up the door. He's all tan now. He's got chains on.
I hope he sold at the top.
Around. I didn't keep up with him. He was like, "Can you help us write for our TikToks?"
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And he was just showing me around trying to brag about all these things. And he's like, "Yeah, we have girls come in all the time." He's just sitting there making mojitos. Like, "This is my job now, making mojitos. You know how hard it is."
Oh,
and
well, I'm sure he's working at a Foot Locker after the fucking market crashed 90%.
I have no idea. I didn't.
He's driving Uber like me.
Do I look like a guy who understands anything about that? I don't. I run run a fucking show out of the back of a music studio in Hollywood. I'm not up on the new fucking Dogecoin. There is a dude in the studio next to us though that actually he's still mining.
Like, well, I think there's money in that, but apparently, like, it uses a massive amount of electricity, and like, you have to pay for like thousands of dollars of fucking electricity every month.
Yeah, it shorts us out about once a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We just have to.
You just got like racks of fucking computers in there running all night.
Yeah, it's up there in like a shower.
See, I don't even get that. Like mining on your computer, how does that even work?
I think what the idea is, as it was explained to me. That being said, I am retarded.
Clinically.
No, clinically, I still count on my fingers. I'm really, really dumb. But I think the computer's job is to solve an equation. And if it solves that equation, you get one coin. But every time you solve it, the equation gets harder to solve.
Okay.
So I guess it just takes up more and more computing power. You just do it for hours and hours and hours.
Well, I heard somewhere that like if you like combine all the computing power, like electricity burned, that's currently mining Bitcoin, it's like it like burns as much as Tokyo does in a day. So like a major city, like every day they just burn the equivalent of a major city just mining Bitcoin. Which I thought about that. Like that doesn't sound sustainable at all. Like if you want something to be a currency every time
electricity.
Well, that's honestly that's the real they were trying to make Bitcoin the new decentralized currency.
Yeah.
It's like, but if Bitcoin is generated based on how much electricity you and how many computers you run, the currency is really electricity. Then it's not the Bitcoin because that's your limiting factor, right? Like your car is worthless without gasoline.
I didn't think I could understand less about Bitcoin until right now.
That went to the next level.
Yeah, it was just like I think maybe I have a grip on it, and then you just threw that at me. I'm like, I
don't know. You're getting too meta on me there, Randy.
Oh yeah, I knew this little shrimpy guy was retarded, the crypto guy, and he's showing me around. He's like, girls come over to the house, and they had a room up top. He called it the baby room.
Girls come. I love that he's like, girls come over to the house, bro. You pay them. They're whores.
Yeah,
it's not like it's always funny, like when guys with Big Brother, like look at all these bitches I got. It's like, bro, you're paying for them.
Yeah,
exactly. It's not like they were like hanging out with you before you had the money.
They're not that interested in you. Like I said. They're not.
Yeah, you got a boat, dude. If I had a boat, I'd have all the bitches on my boat. You know what I'm saying? Like It's nothing about you they like.
I don't think
it's your
you, man.
assets they like.
You called your place the Crypto Castle.
Yeah, exactly.
You're good. I think you're good.
Yeah, it's like, these girls always hang out here. It's like, yeah, well, if you're paying them $100 an hour, I'm sure they'll hang around all fucking day if you let them.
Well, that's when, that was, that's the real revenge of the nerds right there. Was understanding something about, lollipop coin or whatever the fuck you're doing. I don't know.
I wonder. I'm actually curious. Like, from a mental perspective, like women, that are into dudes with money. Do they find them actually physically attractive because of the money, or do they look past it for the money? Like, I don't know. Like, dude, like some guys like like heavy chicks or
no, I think they're sharks. I think they're sharks and they don't have pupils anymore.
Yeah, but I'm saying, is their mind playing the trick where they think they actually love them because they love the money, or do they know they just love the money and they pretend to like the guy? That's what I wonder.
Women are attracted to protection. The idea of protection.
Yeah, there's that.
But also, I think with relationships now, the mindset is just so skewed. Like, if you look at, I didn't really understand OnlyFans. And then I was at a 4th of July party, and this guy's like, here, she's like, you want to see it? And I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. And these girls are doing like a boyfriend experience for like 500 guys.
Yeah.
So they're in there messaging every day. This girl has 500 boyfriends.
Well,
you're not going to fuck with your mental a little bit?
Well, dude, also, and I've said this before, and this is a dirty little secret about OnlyFans I think people are wising up to. The women aren't the ones responding to you. They have farms, like marketing agencies, where they just farm out the text message exchanges. So it's just like a dude sitting in his home office in Schenectady, New York, just like pretending to be some 22-year-old girl with big fake tits.
Yeah, I miss you.
Yeah, it's not actually them responding.
That's even grosser.
I know.
Actually, you know what? That makes me feel better. I would rather a dumpy old guy ruin his life than just some poor girl with 500 boyfriends.
You feel more sympathy for her? She's making, of course, she's making bread. I don't. She's making tons of bread.
Breaking her soul.
Yeah, I mean, for the right amount of money, wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? For $100,000 a month, I'll fucking text message dudes for $100,000 a month.
Yeah, that's fair. A girl told me once I had the feet for it.
Yeah, that's the big one, the feet thing.
Yeah, she was like, "I'll control the page for you. Just send me some."
They don't do that enough. You know how they break that? They have like market studies for like, oh, this is what people in the age group of 18 to 24 like, and this is the most popular brand of whatever. They don't, like with pornography. They don't say, oh, the total porn business is $100 billion a year, and the foot business is about 20. I want to know this. Yeah, like what? Yeah, like what is I'm
kind of a neck guy.
Yeah, like what MILF? What's the MILF market worth? What's the I'm banging my mom market
now
worth? That weird
crypto.
one.
Gilf coin. Get me in on that. Ground floor, man. I believe in the future of foot currency. Oh, dude, do you remember that time? Oh, this is good. Speaking about OnlyFans, do you remember that time that me and you were out front of my old place?
Oh, that's like when I first moved here.
Oh yeah, right outside, right off of Melrose. Randy and I, we were hanging out front, and we were just setting a lineup for a show. I think, right?
Yeah, we had a 6-pack. I'm just bullshitting.
Exactly. And those two chicks, they lived under me. I barely knew them. Like I had seen them in passing.
New neighbors.
Yeah, in like they were like 3 or 4 months. But I'd never had like a real conversation with them. And they just come outside because, Randy has his legs out. And they just start talking to us, and we'd run out of beer. I was like, we're going to go to the 7-Eleven and get more beer. And you remember what she said? She said, can you grab me a Dr. Pepper and a bag of chips?
Yeah, it was like Cool Ranch Doritos. Real classy.
Doritos, yeah.
Dr. Pepper and Cool Ranch Doritos. Yeah. So that gives you an idea of this girl's background.
And then I say, just Venmo me or Randy. And she said, well, I can't do that. But what I can do is give you a week's free subscription to my OnlyFans.
Yeah. And Nate's like, fuck that, man. I don't want that. And I go, I'll take it.
yeah, you took it. I'm like, why would you do that to me? We're neighbors. What? I don't want to see your pussy. Like, I have to see you every day. And that's really unsafe, too, because I'm your neighbor.
Well, it makes it makes you kind of look like a creep. Yeah. It makes you kind of look like a creep.
If I say yes, but if I say no, I'm not sex work positive.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's right.
And
that's right. You're kink shaming her. You're kink shaming her, and that's not
a dirty trick.
Yes, and it was a no-win situation for you.
It was really no win, especially if she's like, "Hey, do you want to watch me flip my bean. I'm like,
but I mean, it was
not for free. I've been watching it for free for 3 months.
It was. I mean, it must have been like what, $2.25 for that bag of chips.
Nah, just very thin walls. I etched a hole in the ground.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying, but like it was like, hey, can you spot me $5 or I'll show you my pussy for $2.25?
Oh yeah, was that empowerment? That's my point. Is this empowerment?
I was like, all right. I mean, Nathan, you want to see your neighbor's naked body?
That's what it's worth to you. Bag of chips and a Dr. Pepper. This is the new standard of empowerment in the United States.
Yeah, your box is worth a Diet Dr. Pepper.
No, it just makes me sad, man. I don't know. I make fun of it, make light of it, but then I'm like, at the same time, I don't know if we can come back from it.
It is the demise of Western culture, demise of all of human civilization, seems to be upon us. Yeah. Because obviously we have all these freedoms, but it's letting people act a little crazy, a little silly. Mm-hmm. And I do think that there is an element of like, women say don't objectify us. It's like, well, you're objectifying yourself. With a thing like OnlyFans, and there's nothing wrong with it. And if you're into it, that's fine. Well, but know what you're doing.
Both.
Yeah, exactly. Don't act like
treat me like a lady.
Yeah, don't act like you're not working in the sex industry if you are working in the sex industry. Yeah. I don't lie about my job. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, well, would you respect me if I was like, don't punch me in the face, but for a very fair price of $5.99 a month, you can punch me in the face every day?
Well, that's the thing. You put a price on yourself. And look, we all do, but it's very like transparent when you do it like on OnlyFans.
It just kind of creeps me out. And mostly just because guys can't do it.
It's just a jealousy thing.
It's jealousy. Yeah, it's mostly because I think I don't know, OnlyFans for guys, I think it would have to work in reverse. Like it'd have to be like kind of a ransom note situation.
Yeah,
you basically for $5 a month, I'll stop sending you dick pics.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, like just start firing off to random numbers pictures of your cock.
If you want the blizzard, if
you want this to stop, I'm gonna send you a cock shot every day. If you want it to stop, send me $2. You're holding them ransom with pictures of your dick.
Like just poor girls like, oh, I won't stop.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about the OnlyFans thing when they, because remember for a brief moment they stopped. They said they're going to stop having X-rated stuff on OnlyFans, and the backlash ended.
Oh, I could hear the sound of panicked white women screaming all across New York.
Asian women, forget about it. They sell a lot of shit.
The second that the article dropped, I just heard, how am I going to afford my $5,000 a month apartment?
Yeah, in the middle of the pandemic, it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
But my thought was, it's like, in a weird way, OnlyFans is a great transfer of wealth from men to women. It's basically evening out the disparity in again, the pay gap.
Yeah.
Because 95% of the people on OnlyFans are women, 95% of the customers are men, and they're just throwing money at women. Hand over, so it's got to even out. That 70 cents has got to be $1 now, just based on the OnlyFans money coming into chicks.
You knew you had to fuck your way through the glass ceiling. No one had any idea. I mean,
that's the other thing. Women breaking barriers, like, the first female vice president, the first female president. It's like, where's the first female mass murderer? How come a woman hasn't shut up a school yet? You guys want to get in on men's shit? Get in on that.
No, she did. She just talked a guy into it.
Yeah. Well, every mass shooting is driven by a woman because she wouldn't fuck the shooter.
Bet you won't do it today.
Won't do it today.
My sale ends in 5 minutes on my OnlyFans.
Yeah. Women do when women kill kids, it's usually their own. The Casey Anthony thing.
Yeah, crime of passions.
Well, I don't know about that crime of I don't want to babysit my kids anymore.
Passion. I think she's passionate.
Passionate about getting wasted.
Passionate about the fucking living la vida loca.
I know. I think I like Casey Anthony, man. I don't know about you. I thought she was kind of hot.
I mean, I didn't watch the trials, mostly because I'm dumb.
No, but you've seen pictures of her.
I've seen pictures of her. She seemed all right. I mean, she seemed like, your average, field hockey player.
Yeah, and also, if she's willing to kill her own kids, I know, she's all about abortion.
Abortion, yeah. Oh, late stage, doesn't matter. Let it come out.
Yeah, a post-birth abortion.
Yeah, let's get to, hey, if we're going to do
better known as murder.
Let's get some presents out of it.
It's a baby. Let's get a stroller so we can sell it.
What the turnaround on that is?
So we can pawn off the crib.
I mean, baby.
Dude, and she got some. And, she got baby formula. I mean, that's like crack. Is there still a shortage on baby formula? I don't know.
I'm also not in that market.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in the market for titties, but not the formula that comes out of them.
I'm about that. I think the second the milk starts coming out, I might tap out. I might be like, why don't you handle that?
You wouldn't drink breast milk?
Depends on the breast. I think if someone's
Really?
like, "This is Oprah's breast milk," I'm like, I bet that's pretty good shit.
I have tried breast milk just to see what it tastes like.
Yeah,
Not out of the titty, not out of the.
Was it a little gamey?
It was very watery. It was like the skimmiest of skim milk.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thicker chick, smaller girl. I imagine small girl for skim milk, right?
Yeah, she was a black girl. Chocolate milk comes out. You fucking idiot.
Hey, if I go over the top on dumb stuff, no one can say that I'm being inappropriate. They're just like,
Yeah,
"That
what comes
guy's
out of Asian
really
women's
dumb."
titties? Rice.
Yeah. I mean, soy milk, I think. I'd reckon. I don't know. Let's go to a Jollibee's and find out.
You know, they sell breast milk on the internet.
I bet.
Which is, I mean, like, I wonder if you could sell semen on the internet.
I've tried. It doesn't work. Day after day.
Nobody wants it. It's a real small market for
I call it
semen.
Nate Coin. Just haven't found my market.
That'd be great if you just opened up like a buy at your own risk sperm bank. It's like, yeah,
You don't know what you're getting.
Yeah, you just have like a wall of just guys' nuts in a jar. And you try to like,
Just an army of Steve Buscemi's just taking over.
All you do is order it by race, you know. So you and your partner like don't accidentally have like a Filipino kid if you're a black couple. You're like, hey, where'd you get that kid? It's like, it's like, you steal that kid? Like, no. We bought it. It's kind of a grab bag of semen we took.
Yeah, I'm trying to pre-order a trans. Yeah, I just like think it might be fun to switch it up.
What if they give you like they have like hybrids like hybrids at the dispensary? What if you went to like this buy at your own risk sperm bank and it's just and all the guys just come into a vat, so like every dude, and it just kind of all mixes up and little pours out of a spigot. You buy like a couple ounces of that, so you definitely don't know what you're gonna get.
It's like Unami Bukaki or something. Like a clever LA name.
Yeah, it's like a smorgasbord of semen.
Yeah, and we also sell shoes. Every fucking store in LA is that. It's like I sell, great Jordans and like modern art. It's like I sell, great T-shirts and cereal.
See, that happens a lot in New York.
And mixed bag semen.
Little grab bag of semen. That happens in New York a lot though. They have like camera stores in Times Square. It's like, who the fuck is buying a mechanical camera anymore? They're like, we could sell you a VCR. And so but like in New York, I get it. Like obviously they're just laundering money. But in LA, I didn't like. There's a lot of stores out here like that, just to sell like random shit. Like you'll see I live off Melrose, high end stores on there. I'll walk by. I'll never see if somebody in this one like boutique baby clothing store.
Yeah.
How much are they selling their clothes for if they have no customers? Is each piece $25,000? How are they making their rent?
Oh, it doesn't make any sense. They're just like, check out this custom jacket. We safety pinned Jack Daniels bottles to it.
Yeah.
It's $5,000.
You know what it is? I think it's a lot of rich dudes' wives with their pet project. Oh, I'm gonna open a boutique. All right, here's $100,000. Here's $300,000. Open your fucking boutique and just go there all day. Leave me alone. Yeah, just leave me alone. The husband just buys a business for her to run so he can get the fuck out of his hair.
Yeah, it's like, this makes me not think about what happens at home. And just sitting there just knitting a new pair of, jean hats.
You did it around in LA a lot. How long you been here now? 3 years? 3 years? 4 years?
I've been here 3. I came in right at the beginning of the Pandy. So Pandy dropped. I was in SF for like 3 months, and then I hooked it over here. So I think like coming up on 2.
No, it has to be more. Pandemic started.
Okay, over 2. I told you I'm done. I've been doing comedy shows every night for those. Well,
2 I moved here like the last week of July of 2019, so it's 3 years from me.
Okay, yeah, I dated around quite a bit. I'm lucky, found a good one.
Yeah, you told me you got a new girlfriend, but I was going to ask you about the girls you did because you.
Oh yeah, let's.
You're younger. How old are you now? 26, 24?
29.
29.
Yeah.
Fuck, where does it all go? I got a decade on you, but no, but like. You would date around, and you did like quintessential LA girls, like girls into the Crystals. Oh. You dated some. I bet you dated an actress or two.
Yeah.
Girls in show business. Because I've done very little dating in LA, and by very little I mean fucking none. Like I just the girls.
Well, you're out of town. I know you prefer those Midwestern girls that you meet at the truck stop.
Yeah, I prefer the dudes I meet at the truck stop.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
no one sucks her cock like a closeted truck driver.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, think about it. They spend 12 months out of the year on the road alone. When they go home, they can't tell their wife they want to suck cock. So when I come up, I saunter up with my big arms and my ass hanging out.
That's nice.
They're ready to rock.
Y'all hang out after, get a big gulp and some Slim Jims.
Oh yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I give him a kiss with his mustache.
Oh no, I mean I dated around when I first got here. It was so weird because I was used to just come from the South. I'm used to courting. You know, you take a girl out, you're very nice.
Is it still like that though in the South?
Yeah,
because I've met some freaks in the South before in my day.
Yeah, I know, but you got to stop going to those truck stops, man. You really do. There's a lot of other nice places.
Yeah,
but
there's whorehouses down there, Randy. You don't go fuck a woman.
Oh, it was weird when I got here because they're just like, "Don't treat me good," and I'm like, "What?" It just seemed like the standard. It's just like girls who was like, "Oh, welcome to LA. Do you want to fuck?" And I'm like, "Ugh."
Don't treat me good. That's one of the weird things that men and women do this. Like they like to play a weird game.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I want you to want me, but not too much. It's like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
Yeah, just be a person.
Are we into each other or not? Because if not, I got other shit I could be doing.
It's the
I never. I mean, I get it when you were 17 in high school and you had nothing but oh, I wonder if she likes me, I wonder if she doesn't. At 39, I'm like, I should have to wonder if you like me. If you like me, we'll keep seeing each other. If you don't, then let's fucking be.
My thing with girls is the game element. You're just there all day long. There's piping in, just desperate housewives, just, the Kardashians. Every single relationship is a new episode for her and her friends to talk about for the next fucking 3 days. And it's this gamifying of the actual relationship that I think stops a lot of women and men from being able to find the person that they're supposed to because they're so busy playing mind games with someone. It's like,
they're doing I bet she's thinking this, so I'm gonna do this to piss her off a little bit, or I bet he thinks he's I like him too much, so I'm gonna pull back. It's like what?
Well, that's the silly
thing.
Well,
do you like him? Yeah, then fucking tell him you like him. Do the things that you would do with someone you like.
But that happens in LA because the men here are women too.
That is. I can see that
because they're like, oh, I love a good gossip game. Like dudes here that is work for Bang Energy.
Yeah,
and they just make.
They're also like. I mean, there's a lot of people full of shit. I mean, the world's full of people full of shit.
But I've never had a man ask me, "Are we still friends?"
Yeah, exactly. This is the central. This is the fucking nexus of being full of shit.
Yeah.
LA. Guys will pretend to be into astrology just to bang a chick.
Oh,
so it's like she can be whatever she wants. I can also be into whatever I want. Doesn't mean I don't like her.
Oh, dude.
If we don't like the same music, it doesn't mean I won't hook up with the chick. It's like, oh, I gotta believe in astrology because she believes in astrology. It's like, no. It's like, yeah, I think it's bullshit, but good for you.
I met the best Reiki healer fuckboy archetype.
Reiki, yeah, I didn't even know what Reiki was till I got here.
Yeah, it's fake. Doesn't exist.
Yeah, bullshit. Anyway,
yeah, this guy's name was Gajar, Smooth Galaxy or something.
Yeah, he made up his own name.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. And I heard him having a conversation with a girl. He's like, yeah, I had to break it off with Sunflower or whatever. She just, I'm not into, she wanted to be owned. And I'm not into owning people. I'm like, oh, you're a fuckboy.
Owning people?
Yeah, she was like, she wanted to be owned. She was like, that's his way of saying she wanted a relationship. And he was making it sound spiritual.
Oh, he's making himself the magnificent, the magnanimous person.
Yeah.
I don't own things. No, she wanted to be with you. You didn't want it. You wanted to fuck other chicks.
Yeah.
It's not like I wanted to give her freedom. It's like, no, you wanted to bang other people.
You're out there aligning those chakras, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're looking for the next dummy that believes in a pet rock.
But dudes will play the game. Dudes will fit into whatever keyhole they have to fit into. And here in LA, it has become there's just this wave of, it sounds super douchey to be like, oh, beta guys. But just dudes who are upfront with saying, it's like, oh, well, I don't know. How does she feel about that?
Yeah, male feminists. Which is the weirdest term.
I'm talking about acting like a chick to me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about just you have feminized yourself so much that you are my friend. You're going, are we even really friends? I'm like, lose my number. Lose it right now, because now we're not.
Yeah, we need to work on our communication.
Oh, okay.
As boys.
Okay, can I just sack tap you and we can just get over it? Can we just do what guys do, please? It's so much easier.
Sweep it under the rug and just bury it until you die early.
Oh, it's so much easier.
Let's just be friendly, and then if I don't like something you do, I'll just deal with it on my own.
It down, write it on your death note.
Yeah.
I don't need to know.
Put it in your suicide letter to me.
Yeah, tell me much later. Tell me when I'm too geriatric to care.
Tell me much later, after I pass.
Yeah, exactly. Just shoot me a tweet. I don't need it. I don't need it in my life.
I don't know, man. Yeah, the funny thing is, like, the guys here aren't even from here, most of them. So they must adopt that type of. I can't imagine any of my other New York boys moving like coming up with these these soy boy ideas on their own, but then they come here and somehow they just like draft right into it. And I think it's like anything else. I think because they think, which I think is a weak way to try and maneuver around in like the sexual marketplace, is that I think those guys think that, oh, if I act like, if I act super feminized and super woke and uber male feminist, I'll get more chicks because the chicks out here like that. It's like, yeah, but then you're a liar. You know what chicks don't like? Being lied to. You know how I know? Because I've lied to them before, and they hate it. They fucking hate it, dude. Women hate nothing more than you blowing smoke up their ass and then them finding out.
I think a big part of it too is like their egos get wrecked so hard because of like the entertainment business, like acting, stuff like that.
They don't want to miss an opportunity.
Well, where I grew up, it's like your manliness, your value came from something you did. Like you cut down these trees or you did
raise the family, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here they're like, oh, you're you? I have 50 of you sitting in this folder right here, and I don't want you today. And that guy's to go home, and he's like, oh, I hope my girlfriend can talk to me about it. And then she's just going to feed
wind him up. Yeah.
She's going to feed that up. It's like, you're better than that. You deserve, like, it's just going to make dudes.
Yeah. It's a need for acceptance that drives people to sort of act like a victim in some ways. Like, it's like, I want the studio to like me, or I want this girl to like me. So I'll just parrot whatever the fuck they're saying.
Yeah.
It's like, well, like, you can be a good person and disagree with someone at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not a mutually exclusive thing. Like, you don't have to be agreeable for people to like you. You say, yeah, I don't agree with that idea, but you know what? Cool, man. I never thought about it like that. And then you move on.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't fucking dwell on it.
They're going to like you more if you're a normal human who has other opinions sometimes because, like, I don't know. Actors freak me out. I don't know. Like, I've hung out with them at parties. For the most part, they freak me out.
They're amongst, I mean, like, musicians are weird, but not in the way actors and actresses in their own way are some of the weirdest people on earth. And I think it's because I might have said it on this podcast before. They almost don't know how to be they spend so much time acting that they don't know how to be a real person. They act like what they think a normal person would act like.
Exactly.
They're not just being natural, they're acting natural. And you can't act natural. You have to be natural.
I forget who said it. It's probably Robin Williams or someone dead.
They have to be dead if they came up with a good idea.
But it was like, I think it was like actors spend their whole life trying to convincingly be someone else, while comedians spend their whole life trying to convincingly be themselves.
Yeah.
That's really interesting because I see actors go from 6 months at a time where you're pretending to be a different person and like just all day long. How can I think like this person who's broken because it's a good character?
Yeah, like I'm playing Precious and my mom raped me, my father beat me. Like, how do I get in that mindset?
Yeah, at least when we say fucked up shit, we're like, we're just goofing.
Yeah.
We don't mean it. But this guy goes, I really do want to kill my dad and gouge my eyes out because that's what this character wanted.
That's a weird thing to me too, like the whole method acting thing.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're a good actor, you shouldn't need to method act. You should just be able to turn it on and off.
I'll tell that to Sir Daniel Day-Lewis.
I mean, well, he's like the most famous one who does it, and he's like the best actor in the world. But even that, it's like, bro, you've been doing it for 30 years now. I think you could play Lincoln without being Lincoln for the shoot.
At what point are you just being a dick?
Yeah, it's almost like he treats every time he has a role like he's an open micer. It's like, bro, you have the tools. Obviously, your first Academy Award you won 20 years ago.
Sitting there writing over and over again, the rule of threes.
Yeah. I always joked about it too. It's like method acting. It's like, how did that even start? Did
just a liar, just like a really good liar.
Yeah, it's like, oh, should we get in the mind space? No, but I'm saying, are there like child method actors? Like, is there some 9-year-old who like they put on like a stage play in a school about Anne Frank and she's hiding in the walls of her family's building, of her family's home. It's like, I want to really see what it's like to be Anne Frank. Throw me in the closet for a month.
No snacks today for me, mommy. No snacks for me. I'm getting in character. Can I have some matzah?
Yeah, that's a movie I want to see, man. I want to see like a Holocaust movie starring Daniel Day-Lewis, but I want them to like do it behind this.
Oh, he's Anne Frank?
No, he's in Auschwitz, but they have a behind the scenes camera filming him method acting leading up to the role. Because I want to see how he would get in the mindset of a Holocaust survivor. Like, would he lock himself in a jail cell and have a German guy come in and beat him once a day? Like, how hardcore is he?
He's gonna sneak a Snickers. I don't know if he's gonna make it all the way through, man. I think
he's gonna eat every day.
He's gonna get to week 3. He's like, maybe not this much acting.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can.
Some random German and Hugo Boss who comes in and just whips him.
It's like, this tattoo really hurts.
He actually gets a Holocaust tattoo.
Oh, I think you get canceled for that, right? I don't know.
Yeah, can you?
Probably.
Can you get a Holocaust
Get a
tattoo
Jew
if you
tat?
weren't in the Holocaust? Is that inappropriate?
I don't know. Maybe if it's just a random number, it wasn't one that got.
Well, I bet you could do it if your grandparent was a survivor and like in homage to them, you did it. That's probably the only way you can get a concentration camp tattoo.
I don't know. Get a blanket. Get a whole Holocaust tattoo for your to remember how your grandparents suffered.
Just the number. Like your
Jewish people don't even like tattoos. Like,
well,
they
they're
get
not
mad at you.
allowed to be buried in a Jewish cemetery if you get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Which I wonder, did they give like a dispensation to all of the survivors?
I don't think they made it to a cemetery.
No, the survivors.
Oh, okay. You're saying, wait, we're gonna bury these guys. I'm like,
No, I know they didn't make it to a cemetery.
Yeah, just kind of threw it to the wind.
Yeah. All right, I might have to put that on the clip and get myself canceled. I mean, my career's in the toilet.
Oh,
anyway.
yeah, you do that to the guy who looks like a Nazi. Yeah, get me
It's
right
all right.
in there.
It's not the first Holocaust joke we've talked about on this
That's
show.
fair, but I can't do more than two.
I know.
Three Reichs, you're out.
Alex Getland had a good one, and then my God, my Zach Lord was. I mean, we just talked about it like 2 months
Zach
ago.
Lord's like
months ago.
he's
But he
an uber Jew.
Yeah, but he has a whole bunch of jokes about being Jewish. But he posted a clip of himself doing one of his jokes on stage, and it wasn't related to the. It was
He posted a clip while he was on the podcast.
No, he posted a clip of himself on Instagram.
Oh, thank
And then
God! I thought you were like, watch my clip.
No, and then he came and he came and talked about it on the podcast. He's like, yeah, some guy gave me shit. Some Holocaust and I was like, all of my comments like. He's like, that's complete bullshit. The Holocaust didn't happen. He's like, look at Auschwitz. There's no way they could fit 6 million people in there. And he's like, and Zach's like, wait a minute, you're judging it just based on one concentration camp?
Square footage?
Yeah, exactly. He goes, and Zach goes, I mean, even if they're really skinny, you can't get them all in there.
Oh, it's so silly. I mean, what do you think? It was just Big Schindler's List trying to get a movie deal? Like, what? All right.
I mean, look, there's a lot of conspiracies out there. That's got to be the weakest one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, because like I said, I've said it before.
Maybe not the weakest.
And well, yeah, flat Earth is pretty fucking weak.
Flat Earth's like,
Flat Earth is pretty,
the Clintons are lizards, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'd believe that more than flat Earth because we've been to space. Like we have photos of the Earth from space.
Yeah, here's my conspiracy theory about the Clintons. I think Bill's innocent. What if?
I like how you left Hillary out of that one.
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely evil.
But
I'm saying he's just fed up. He's just like, whatever. She's gonna do whatever she's gonna do.
He's a good old boy pervert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And look, I'm bringing that word back, pervert.
I like pervert.
Where did it go? There were perverts when I was a kid.
Yeah,
you know,
they
like
had to announce themselves.
Yeah.
Like
an pervert. Hi, I'm Randy Valero, and I'm a pervert. No, but like everyone in the neighborhood was like, oh, stay away from the pervert's house.
Yeah, watch out.
So like, everyone knew that.
Don't arrest him. Just watch out.
We've probably already been arrested. We just stay away from the pervert.
Yeah, because you get got.
Yeah. Why did we take away pervert? Is it like transvestite? Is it just too old school?
I think it's because we made it too kind of campy. We just say like pervy. He's just kind of pervy guy.
Yeah. I want to bring it back. I'm bringing back the full T too, with a hard T.
Yeah, pervert.
Pervert. Yeah, because it's a funny sounding word.
I like it a lot. I mean,
That's another one too. Transvestite. What's the difference between a transvestite and a transgendered person? I should probably have a
anger. Transvestite was in the 80s. They're like, I'm a transvestite. That'll be $5. And now it's
I
that.
think maybe transvestite just meant they cross-dressed, and transgender mean they went through the surgery.
I think transvestite meant you have both.
That's hermaphrodite.
Oh, okay.
You're just combining two. You're trying to trans and hermaphrodite to transvestite. Maybe that's
hermaphrodite.
I'm
in. I'll look. I'll check it out.
Yeah. And there's always and like vestite. What's a vestite?
It sounds like some kind of religion.
I know. I'm asking the dumbest guy I know.
Yeah. You're asking me.
I'm the one who should know this shit. No, but there's things I wonder, like, why did we stop using that? Pervert, transvestite.
Vestite.
I get why we stopped using like many other terms. The F word. Calling people
fucks.
Gay slur.
Okay.
I don't want to say. I said it once already. I don't say it again. But I was talking about cigarettes, and I don't want to say it for
Oh, listen, yeah. Only facts do that.
I have enough said on here to cancel me. I'm not gonna give you layups. You know what I'm saying? Like if you listen to 313 episodes of this in each episode there's something you could cancel me on. I'm not gonna lay it up by saying the N-word on here. I'm not gonna make it that easy for you. I'm gonna make you listen to 314
The second that you
episodes.
have listeners, you're fucked.
Yeah, I have listeners, but they all just they're just
they like
useless.
you. They're
Well, they
like
just know
us.
what I'm doing here. I don't.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. Like,
I don't know. I feel like if you mince words and this is such just a cliche comic thing to say, but I think if you are worried that a word that you say is gonna hurt that person, you think that they are so weak.
it is condescending.
That they're gonna get hurt by a word. Like, it is so mind blowing to me. They're like, don't offend them with the word. I'm like, they're a big old person.
People equate words with violence now, and I guess they don't really know what violence is.
Yeah, they've never actually had some real horrible stuff.
I feel unsafe. His violent rhetoric. Rhetoric is rhetoric. Violence is me putting my hands on you.
Yeah,
it's very clear. Like even in statutes, like assault and battery, like they define what these things are.
Yeah, grapple around with a couple UFC fighters. Let me know.
Or just get slapped in the fucking face. I mean, like, people are missing that all too important.
Well, when you don't have the physical ramifications for actions, like your brain's hardwired for this fight or flight thing. Like your brain's hardwired on I'm going to protect myself at all costs. And when you don't have to get chased by a puma every day,
you start inventing
your brain's gonna find a problem.
Yeah, it's 100% true.
Yeah, it's gonna find a new thing.
I mean, think about that. Like, stress levels and deaths of despair, suicide, depression, anxiety, all these things that are all-time highs.
Really hitting all the fun topics.
I know. Yeah, we are. I mean, I find the dark stuff fun. But think about it. Like during World War II, during like air raid drills, all of London would have to go into the tunnels of the subway to like stay alive, and they were still less stressed out and less depressed than we are right now. In the middle of World War II, getting bombed, the people felt better about their lives than we do now.
Great music.
Yeah, like
jazz.
But it just goes to show you that like being preoccupied, it almost stops you from having existential dread. Like you still have problems, but when you're preoccupied, your problems are the problems in front of you.
Yeah.
When your life is fucking,
I don't have time to be depressed. I'm terrified.
Yeah, but then you have exactly. When you have 3 hours a day to sit there, like, what do I really want in life? Yeah. That will stress you out. Like you're like if you just worry about, hey, I got to get bread and I got to survive this gun battle.
Yeah.
And you made it. Like, woo.
Well, look at
see you tomorrow. You like your brain shuts off after a little while. But now your brain just goes fucking crazy. Like, oh my god, does my girl really love me? What about my dad? What happened with that?
Yeah.
Maybe I should get a new job. Maybe I should quit my job.
Well, especially places that are darker for longer. Like it's like that's compounded because like people in like Alaska or something like that where they have like 24-hour nights where you're just like, all right, we can't keep raging. Like you just have this extra dark time on your hands where sit there and think about your life. Sit there and
I kind of like that though, the idea of running away to the forest.
Oh, I don't know. All right. So this is actually something I'm pretty passionate about. I've never made a group message in my life until yesterday.
Really?
I made a group message. I've discovered in Alaska there is a 24-hour live feed of a river. I don't remember what it's called, but it is like the #1 bear river.
Nice.
Like all these salmon are spawning right now, and they're jumping up. And it's just 3 cams. It's 24 hours
feeding,
and it's just nonstop footage of these bears feeding. And I can't get enough.
Oh,
I'm watching it all. I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, what are these fucking bears up to?
Yeah, dude.
And I roll over, and when it's nighttime, it switches to a night vision camera. And the bears, some of them, like there's this one Floyd Mayweather motherfucker, and he just hangs out there all night. Like everyone goes home.
I mean, they got to spend 4 months eating. It's going to go sleep for 8. I mean, like.
But just a creepy vampire bear just hanging out.
In the river, swatting salmon.
Just under a waterfall. You're going to see his eyes on the night vision. You're like, oh, it just freaks me out.
You ever seen a bear in real life?
Yes.
What kind? Black or
panda?
Koala bear.
Yeah.
It gave me chlamydia. I don't know if you heard. It's going around the koala bear community.
All right, it was a graham cracker.
It was a weed gummy.
It was a teddy. I didn't know. It felt real.
Yeah, after I took enough of them, it felt fucking real.
I mean, I've seen one black bear in the woods.
African American. Come on, man.
Well, I mean, he was being real douchey.
Yeah, and a pair of Jordans and a fitted Yankees hat.
That doesn't make him douchey. I was saying just kind of like he was kind of half charging out.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't know.
What's up, son? He's like daring you to step on his foot.
Exactly. Well, I mean, he had white shoes on. I couldn't do that.
He had 4 Air Force Ones on.
Oh, because they'd have to. That's so fun. Actually, that's a safer bear. It's a much safer bear.
Yeah, no claws.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna kick you in the head. He's gonna rake your face.
But I saw a bear. I was in a duck blind with my buddy Clay.
I was gonna say because you seem like the hunting type.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've done my fair share. Not so much now.
Yeah, well,
California,
we're in L.A.
a little harder.
Yeah,
But
they should issue like game tags to hunt homeless people.
ooh,
You know, world's most dangerous game kind of thing.
Yeah, very Hemingway of you. I like that.
And you got to suss it out too. Like you can only kill crazy people and drug addicts. Like like the homeless that are like with it, you can't kill them. So you got to do a little research. You know.
Yeah, just figure out what kind of tags you want.
Yeah.
What kind of tags do you want this season?
I got male meth head tags. What do you got? I got female smack tabs. What do you?
I have waiting on a callback.
Right yeah, I got a whole pamphlet of them.
That new homeless.
Yeah, my pilot got canceled. I got that tag.
Yeah, this one got evicted 2 days ago. Fresh homeless. Super fresh. That's gonna keep, baby. That's gonna keep.
Dude,
for
that's
a while.
one thing I remember. When I was talking about having gone to Australia, or mentioned somebody recently. Well, you talking about my name. Their homeless people look good.
They have to fight giant spiders and stuff.
I know, but there was like a bunch of like. I guess maybe it was because it was like a beach town. I was in Perth.
Yeah,
but they had like a lot of hobos on the street hanging out on the pier. But I was like, damn, they're all like fit. They're all tan. They look like they've cleaned themselves. Like they walk. Like they're not like all like crazy and drugged out. They're just like kind of homeless playing a banjo.
They're all walkabout.
Yeah, they're more like hobos and homeless. They're not like New York homeless where they're fucking vampires trying to fucking kill you.
They're bums, not vagrants.
They're vagabonds, I guess.
Yeah. Because they'll still work for what they need.
Yeah, exactly. This guy had a cell phone and money for pot, but he didn't have a house. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the guy I saw in Australia. I was like, that doesn't look too bad, dude. I want to be homeless in Australia.
Dude, I saw a bunch of them doing push-ups the other day.
Homeless people?
Yeah, they were practicing. They're training for something.
Dude, they're getting ready for the Civil War. That's the real Civil War that's coming. People think it's going to be Republicans and Democrats. It's going to be the home versus the homeless.
I think we're going to
win. I don't know, man. Homeless people are survivors. I was talking about my brother last week. These people can survive out in any.
They're easily distractible.
That's true. You just throw drugs at them.
Exactly. They're like, what was our plan? I don't think.
Just throw a bottle of pills and run away.
Yeah, that's why I don't worry about like all the looting or anything like that. It's just because those things have no legs. Like remember, when the pandy first started. Remember, like everyone was looting everything. You know what didn't get looted? Office depots.
Yeah, because who needs office supplies?
Yeah. Not a single looter was like, you know what, I need to get organized. We need to figure this out.
Yeah, the container score.
Yeah, I need some folders. So we can plan things. Like, yeah, we need a plan. I'm like, no, I need to actually organize my life. So I'm not worried about the homeless. I don't know. They were doing push-ups and they were doing some kind of like a fitness class.
Tai Chi?
Yeah, it was weird. It was like everyone was the teacher and no one was the teacher.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was kind of casting spells at each other.
Okay, they're doing like fucking capoeira or some shit.
Freaked me out, dude.
I want to get into Tai Chi. Have you seen that? Like the Taiwanese,
the old people,
the Asian people do slowly.
Yeah, I can get into that.
It seems like old people yoga, but it's very zen.
Yeah, it's peaceful.
They seem very like I've never seen a person that like practices Tai Chi as wound up as I am. You know, like I'm like a fucking viper. You know, at all times I'm ready to pop.
Yeah.
But they seem to be fucking mellow.
Well, that's the plot twist. That's just the rate at which old people fight.
They're going full speed.
Yeah. Just trying to get that fist across. And they're just like, man.
Yeah. This is me. You ever see this move when they do this? It's like, yeah, this is me backhanding my wife.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just this. I call this the Sean Connery.
Yeah, right. She's 86. It was fine when I started dating her. Don't worry about it. When I started dating her in 1931, this was legal. Whack.
Yeah. Why do we keep doing this in a park? Let's get in a basement.
Let me
somewhere.
beat you in the house like back in the day.
First rule of Geriatric Fight Club is tell everyone, so they know you're safe. I'm falling. I can't get up.
First with Geriatric Fight Club. That'd be actually a good movie.
Geriatric Fight Club.
Oh, you make it a little YouTube clip.
Yeah, that'd be good, man. We just call it Jitterbug.
Jitterbug. Yeah.
Is that phone with the big numbers or whatever?
Oh yeah, dude.
Jitterbug.
Yeah, it's just a really shitty cell phone from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Here's a Razor flip phone from 1994. We call it the Jitterbug.
Yeah, we've retrofitted it for people who can't afford better.
Yeah, it's got a 20-minute plan because we know you don't know how to use it. It'll last you 7 years.
There is no front-facing camera. Don't worry.
Yeah, we know. Why would you want to see yourself? You're old and ugly. What are you looking at, ugly? Let's get into some news.
Oh, let's do it.
My favorite story of the week. We'll start off right at the top with it. Flashy New York City bishop robbed for $400,000 in jewelry heist. Live stream too.
I'm sorry, flashy bishop.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful headline.
Listen to this. A flashy Brooklyn bishop was robbed in the middle of his live stream service on Sunday when gun-toting crooks accosted him at the podium before fleeing with over $400,000 in jewelry. Rolls-Royce driving Bishop Lamar Whitehead last made news in May when he tried to negotiate the surrender of an accused subway shooter, but authorities separately nabbed the guy. On Sunday, Whitehead was delivering service when at 11:14 a.m., three masked gunmen ran into the service and robbed him.
I mean, you're going to get got. You're named after a zit. I mean, his name's Whitehead?
Yeah, so listen, the men took $400,000 in jewelry from Whitehead.
That he had on him during his live podcast?
Yeah, his wife
live
and possibly
sermon?
churchgoers. Yeah, so I watched the video.
Oh, my
God. Apparently he had, this bishop who drives a Rolls Royce, said at least $400,000. Yeah, I've heard it's more like $1 million, he said.
How cocky do you got to be to still ask people to pass the plate around when you're wearing all that?
He had a maroon, like 12 button suit on, like a monk suit almost. He had a big gold chain outside of it, and he's like, I think these robbers knew, like, were keeping tabs on me, because not only did they take the one off my neck, but they felt me, and they felt that I always keep more chains underneath my robes,
just in case.
So they ripped those out from the robes too.
Oh man!
And people are like, oh, it's horrible. I'm like,
did he finish the sermon?
I'm like, no, but it's all, but a lot of no. He called the police, but good for those fucking robbers.
I agree.
Fuck that guy. He's been robbing his churchgoers for years. If he's driving a Bentley or a Mercedes, a Rolls Royce, and he has $1 million in jewelry on, fuck him. They should have shot him in the head.
Well,
I'm going with that. Next time, kill him. Fuck that guy. Any preacher who takes like that from his parish goers should be fucking hung.
Guys like Joel Osteen or whatever.
Yeah, crooks, dude.
Guys like they call it in the faith. Yeah, we call it prosperity gospel. Where it's like your life will get exponentially better if you pay me right now.
Yeah, they used to be called televangelists.
Yeah,
I watched one in the hotel room a couple weeks back, just because it's flipping around.
Billy Graham was good.
Billy Graham.
Nothing wrong with that guy.
Pervert.
Still, I mean, he's still. Warm.
I forget this.
Did he?
I forget this guy's name, but it was a white guy talking to a room full of black people, and he's preaching the prosperity gospel. He's like, I know, times are tough, but to receive God's grace, you got to give. He's like, I was visiting a different parish last week, and people came out there after the sermon and said, Bishop, whatever the fuck his name is. He's like, times are tough right now. We could barely make our mortgage payment, but you know what? Here's what we're going to pay our mortgage. This is going to give it to you. And I was like, I almost didn't take it. He said, I almost didn't take it. He's like, but you know what? God is good. And I told him, I'm sure enough, it's going to come back to you. He's like, not 2 weeks later, did another parishioner hear about what they did and gave him a house? I'm like, that's fucking, first of all, he's lying.
Yeah.
And second of all, how do you sleep at night knowing you're taking the money that these people pay to live in their house?
It's a very nice Egyptian cotton.
That's
it's very high thread count.
Exactly. I almost didn't take it. Almost didn't take it.
That's the creepiest thing. Like, that's, I mean, you see that in cult leaders a lot when they're just like, you have to give up all your belongings. It's kind of like,
dude, I know drug dealers that are more merciful than these prosperity
some really nice drug dealers.
No, I'm saying that they'd be like, hey man, I had one tell to a friend. He's like, hey, can you come over? He's like, nah, you had enough this week.
That's a good dealer.
He texted him back, hey, can you stop by? He's like, nah, man, you had enough this week.
That's a good guy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good guy.
Yeah, but this jerk off
I'm not
fucking
gonna
preacher.
invite him to my wedding.
Wearing $1 million fucking chain, just taking more money from his. I bet next Sunday he's like, Lord, help these people find a way to give me more money to replace my chains. This week chains. We're doubling the donation plate to replace my gold chains.
Yeah, the chains on your wrists will be unlocked once the chains on my neck are back across.
How do people not like if you see him up there with driving a $250,000 car with $1 million in jewelry, talking about I need more donations? As the parishioner, how do you say, man, fuck this? It's going in his pocket. How do they not know? How do they
really smart investor, He's in Dogecoin or Popecoin.
Yeah, he's a crypto frat guy.
I just like that when you're a bishop and your first descriptive adjective is flashy.
Yeah.
You're a man of the cloth, and the first thing a newspaper can say about you, this flashy ass bishop,
not godly.
Yeah, flashy, because that's what I want.
Yeah, my
in religion, flash.
Yeah. Tell you what though, flashy's better than pervert.
That's fair.
Yeah, Catholic Church got a lot. Of
a lot easier to catch a guy with a lot of chains on.
Reverend 2 Chains.
Yeah, you could tell that he was raping because you kept hearing like, brr, bah, bah. He had like ad libs.
Yeah, his sermon is just trap music.
What else we got? What other
All right.
stories?
This one is wild to me. Subway offers free sandwiches for life for fans who get a foot-long tattoo. Subway will give away free sandwiches for life for anyone who agrees to get a foot-long tattoo of a logo of its new Subway series promotion. Fans of the sandwich chain are invited to a block party in Las Vegas on Wednesday, where 9 people will be eligible to have DJ Tambe, a 2-time winner of the Ink Master reality TV series, or someone from his crew draw a tattoo on them of the sandwich. It must be 12 inches long, 12 inches by 12 inches.
Really? It's got to be full length.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's good that they specified.
Yeah, the person who will get the foot-long tattoo will receive a one-time payment of $50,000 worth of gift cards. They'll receive $370 gift card each month for the rest of their lives.
Okay, so they're getting the card. Because how embarrassing would it be if you go into a Subway and you just pop your leg up on the counter? And you're just like,
dude,
it's still going on,
Mike
right?
Tyson,
and they're like,
face. You get it right on your fucking face.
Oh, but they're just like, we don't do that.
We don't accept that.
Yeah.
We're not a participating franchise.
Yeah, the guy just doesn't know. He's just, not even that. He's just like, why are you showing me this?
Well, that's how it works. So like Subway isn't owned by Subway is a franchisee. Each store is owned by a different owner.
Yeah.
Or sometimes stores.
There's no way that your legs.
But you'll see like the McDonald's Monopoly game, in participating franchises. Not all franchises participate. So if you get this foot long, what if 80% of the franchise say, yeah, we don't participate in that?
Yeah. No, it's just like it's a homeless guy's last punt to sandwiches forever.
Yeah, why aren't the homeless lining up in droves for this? Every homeless person in Vegas should have signed up for this.
Every single
I'll
one.
get a foot-long tattoo on me for $50,000 and $372 in Subway money every month.
Yeah, flip that.
You know how much crack that is, and then you can feed all your friends forever?
Exactly. No, yeah, you're doing a Sermon on the Mount, man. Bread and fish. You're out there.
I turned one tattoo into plenty.
Exactly. Follow him. He's the leader.
He's our God now.
That's how the revolution happens. It's the one guy who gets the Subway tattoo. And he can rally everyone to his cause, huh?
Do you have any tattoos?
Zero.
Wow, dude, you're like me. It's rare that people don't have tattoos these days. I'm an outlier because I don't have one.
Oh, yeah. I'm just, non-committal.
Would you get one?
I have a really dumb idea for one.
What's that? Let's hear it.
I just want to get a very tiny number 1 tattooed right here on the inside of this knuckle.
What does that stand for?
Nothing. Just so when anyone asks me if I have any tattoos, just a little one.
There you go.
And
joke.
So, yeah,
just a little one.
This is a dad joke. I know. Don't even hold it up for long. If they don't see it, that's better.
Okay.
That's better for me. If they're just like, oh yeah, where is it? I'm like, don't worry about it.
Put it on the tip of your dick. Just a little one.
Just a little one.
Just whop it out, pull it back.
Yeah, well, that'd be harder to pull out at parties.
It'd be a lot more memorable though.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not committal. The only tattoo that I got close to getting, I was in college. I was throwing hammer for the University of Illinois before I transferred to Ole Miss. And all of the student athletes got the Illini, which is a Native American chief, which was discontinued as a mascot, by the way, while I was there.
The Illini were.
Yeah, the Illini. Both colleges that I went to had their mascots rescinded while I was there.
Well, the Rebel.
Yeah, it was a Confederate general. Tracks.
But see, they kept the Kansas City Chiefs. They kept, like anytime you use a Native American term that's positive, they let you keep it.
Yeah.
Illini doesn't seem negative.
It wasn't.
That's what I don't get.
Yeah. But I was going to get one.
Back in the day, it was the St. John's Redmen, St. John's University of New York. And I get it, Redmen. It's like calling it's UCLA Yellow Men because it's full of Asians. That's not right.
Oh, that'd be a great team. UCLA Yellowmans.
Yeah, great math team. Ping pong. I mean, it'd be a bad basketball team. They're short.
But yeah. Welcome to the rice paddy. It's what they call the student section.
That'd be good gymnasts. They're good at gymnastics. No, I'm kidding. But so I get why they changed a team name. If you could see, Redskins could be derogatory.
Yeah.
Right? But Illini, I don't even know what an Illini is.
No, it wasn't like it was the University of Illinois Filthy Savages. Yeah. It was like it was a good depiction of probably a real Native American guy, and it drives me nuts that happens. Like, is this why is it more woke to just never think about them?
Yeah,
ever. Doesn't it feel like that's where the Trail of Tears ends? Is just Portland, Oregon. There's just some lady going, don't think about them. It's just silly. It's so silly.
Yeah. Is there anything that could be considered like? Is there any race that you could still make fun of? I mean, white people.
Cajuns.
Yeah, but like I'm trying to think because I feel like you could still make fun of with impunity old people, dudes, and fat men, and like white people. Those are like the four groups that no matter what you can just trash them and no one will cancel you.
Yeah,
you know,
fair.
like you trash a fat woman, your fucking career's over. You know, but if you make fun of how fat so-and-so Joan of Hill got again, no one cares. You know, like nobody cares. You know, you can make trash men, trash white people. You can't like. I mean, look at Asians. Like they feel like victims now. And it's like, bro, Asians are killing it. Asians are killing it.
Asians are killing it.
You know, like it's like, oh, you know, stop Asian hate. It's like, well, I get it because of the China virus.
They're doing great. They're doing great.
What I'm saying, but other than like they're full universities, they have great income ratios. Like they seem to have less problems amongst their family groups and communities. So it's not like
Russians.
Yeah, but they're white.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And they're the enemy.
Are they?
And they're the enemy now.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that's the thing.
It's a different kind of.
In my lifetime, white people became one group. Mm-hmm. It never used to be one group. You know, the Italians and like the Irish, and like the WASPs. Yeah.
Now it's just
the Polish. Like, oh my God, the Albanians, those fucking animals. Like every you kind of broke it down.
Yeah.
Now all white people seem to be banned, and they even threw Jews in.
I have Jewish friends who tell me they're not white.
Yeah, ask a black guy. They're white.
Yeah, ask anyone.
Ask any non-white person. You're white.
you can be an oppressed people, but if you fuck up, you're white.
Yeah,
you're very white.
I had that exact opposite conversation with a girl I was dating back when I first started comedy. I won't say her name, Michelle. No, I've said it on the podcast before.
Oh, she was a nice dude.
Nice dude. Yeah, transition. No, but she was Lebanese. And somehow it was like when Trump was running for president. I think he just won the nomination and was starting to run in the general election, like 2015, 2016. And I met her parents for the first time, and I'm at their condo, and she's and somehow the thing came up, and her parents, like her mom, was like alluded to, like, oh, can you believe, like, he's so racist. That's how he shouldn't treat people like this or that. Like he would never treat us like that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You guys are Arabic. You're from Lebanon. He's like, but we're white. I'm like, they go, but we're white. And I'm like, not to them.
No.
And she's kicking, and my girl was kicking me on the table. I'm like, what the fucking? To them, you're a dirty Arab. Just like you and the 9/11 hijackers are the same. To upper crust white people at the country club. You're not welcome.
Well, I mean,
what I'm saying? Just like Jews aren't welcome at waspy clubs. You're kind of white, but not white enough. But not white enough. No, not to get into
Oh, I don't know about. Dude. I'm very.
I think it was like in 2006 when like the Greenwich Country Club, which is like Greenwich is like the most fancy neighborhood in the Northeast.
I'm mad on it.
Finally let in like women. Women.
So
members.
meeting your parents, that went well.
Other than that, yeah. That's not why we broke up, but
that's what I'm doing this next week. Is first time my parents have met a girlfriend of mine.
First time ever.
Ever.
You didn't date any girls in high school?
My whole life. Yeah, but I wasn't bringing them around.
You didn't have like a high school girlfriend, or just
didn't have a high school girlfriend. I had a college girlfriend, but she was like a pageant girl, and I was traveling all the time. Okay. So
you're also your college girlfriend. Why would they meet that?
Yeah, exactly. But this is the first time, and then the very following week, her folks are coming out here, and I'm meeting hers.
Wow, so it's getting pretty serious. Are you guys like making a point to meet your parents, or are you guys like, oh, I'm happy to be going home? Like, why don't you come along with?
I mean, they had, my parents got the Airbnb in Florida. I only see them like once or twice a year. Yeah, so it's vacation house.
I've done that, yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, bring Mary. Let's see.
Yeah, that's cool. How long are you gonna be down there?
Week.
Do you expect any trouble?
I don't know. So I kind of I field tested it. I got COVID with her to see if I could handle the whole week.
Yeah. But do you think like your parents are gonna fucking embarrass her, or she gonna embarrass you to your parents?
No. I mean, she got some bikinis that she thought were more family appropriate. She's one of those like.
I don't know. I think your dad would appreciate the more inappropriate family. I'll be honest. I mean, has only been married 30 years.
Yeah.
So I think that, tell her to bring the G-string.
Oh well,
fuck it. Just go in the nude. Get rid of the tan lines.
Well, I mean,
your dad will be thrilled. Your mom will hate her guts.
Panama City. That's a lot
of free
stuff.
But your dad will be stoked.
I like to look out for number one. That's my old man right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been. I've had a lot of, I have girls meet my family, but I've never like made a point to. It just kind of happens when it happens. And it usually, for me, I don't see my family that much. I'm always traveling around, even outside of comedy. Before I was doing that, my other job, I was traveling everywhere. I was too busy. Yeah. So it's just like, it'd usually be like probably about a year in before I bring them around.
Well, I'm gonna see. I'm worried. Like I don't know. My mom is an amazing human being, like great person, but she's Southern too. So she's like my sister's around my age. And she's like, when's it happening?
Where's this girl from?
This girl's from Rhode Island.
All right. So I was gonna say that's fine if she were from here. I think your family. What the fuck's her problem?
No.
Why is she so weird?
No, she's pretty with it. She's pretty with it. She's Italian chick.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Where'd she go to? Did she go to URI? That's where all the hot girls go.
Sacred Heart.
Lots of hot girls there. Salve Regina.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to school at Brown. Went to school in Rhode Island, so I know where all the hot girls are in Rhode Island.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
I'm familiar with Sacred Heart. I've browsed.
I think I might be going out there to Block Island soon.
That's nice.
Some comedy stuff out there.
Yeah, dude. What else you got coming up?
Let's see. I'm getting my special taped, my 1 hour.
Accidental Chaos?
Yeah, nice. Well, I'm probably going to film it there. It's going to be called Not Your Hero, and it should be done and out by the end of next month.
Nice.
So that's the plan. We also, Accidental Chaos. We have
every night.
Every night we have mics Monday through Thursday for comics to work out their new stuff. And we have shows on the weekends, and they're just it's a madhouse.
I know. I got to come. I have a bunch of weekends off from like now through September, so I'm gonna come out.
Hey, I'll get you on a show, man.
Yeah, man. I'm just bad about asking. And I'm.
Oh yeah.
When I'm home, I have to drive for Uber because I need money, and then on the weekends if I have free time, I'm going on the road.
You're my boo.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
I got you, baby.
I know. He's giving me the Matthew McConaughey now.
Hey, buddy, don't even worry about it. Let's just hang out, you, me, and Dupree, motherfucker. Let's keep going. Come on by, Accidental Chaos, get a little, get going. It's called Ready, Set, Blow, dude.
All right, guys, that was Nathan Loe. Thanks for doing this, brother. Appreciate it.
Tater.
And we will be back next week as usual. Follow the podcast at Ready, Set, Blow. Download, subscribe, rate, all that bullshit. Follow me at Randy Valerio, and we'll see you next week. Peace.